Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. It is IJF. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. Before I get started, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on my other social media platforms because it does help a sister out. Let's get started on today's topic, Mr. Dr. Umar. Now, if you don't know who Dr. Umar is, he is a self-titled professor, sociologist, anthropologist. I mean, everything you could think of, but hold up, he doesn't call himself that, I do. But Dr. Umar is a black man from Philadelphia who is known for basically being this Pan-Africanist leader who basically wants the advancement and the betterment for all black people around the world. But a lot of people also see him as a crook because he has allegedly taken money for schools that he never built. He claimed to be a descendant of Frederick Douglass, and people said that's a lie. And again, he also called himself a doctor, which people said that he has no type of PhD whatsoever. To me, Dr. Umar is basically this.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity.
The mother of Mecca is right here before me. Do my eyes not deceive me, or am I looking at the goddess Isis herself?
You see, it's the exaculation of the freakeration of the hotepulation. You know what I mean? He gives me T.I. vibes. You know, I don't know if Dr. Umar been to jail. Let me not put that on that man, okay? But he gives me the type of guy who has done some time with the encyclopedia at least, and he basically tried to use all those words into one and give it to his audience or on his platform. Now, when I think about Dr. Umar, he is nothing that he claims to be. Actually, to me, he's a real comedian. Roll the beam footage, honey.
Frederick Douglass.
Yes, sir. An ancestor of mine.
So when you say ancestor, what does that mean?
Well, let me break it down.
Because again, some have said you tried to claim that you are a descendant of Frederick Douglass.
Okay, so let's deal with that.
So hold on one second. Here's a statement from the family. Let me go ahead and read this, please. The family of Frederick Douglass has received numerous inquiries about Umar Johnson questioning his relationship to Frederick Douglass. There have also been questions about his legitimacy of his PhD and the handling of the donations he's received for his school that he is promoting. We can tell you with 100% certainty that he is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. With that being said, Mr. Johnson is very careful not to bill himself as a descendant, but he doesn't correct people when they refer to him in this way. He calls himself a blood relative, which is a nebulous reference designed to make people think he is a descendant. We have researched his explanation of being a blood relative to the great abolitionist. Some of the information he provides is accurate, but an extremely important piece of his explanation with regards to a documented relative of Frederick Douglass is false. The information he recites correctly is from the public record, so his knowledge of our family ancestry is far from definitive proof.
Two things there. One, he's not a descendant of Frederick Douglass, okay? I would concur with that, all right? But then two, you also heard that some of the things he says is correct. So the question becomes, he's either related or he's not, okay?
So are you related?
I'm about to answer your question,
okay,
if you allow me to do that. I am a blood relative of Frederick Douglass. My name is on the family tree. We have a family reunion every 2 years. What they're talking about, and I want to make sure you're clear, they're talking about whether or not I come through the loin of Frederick Douglass, which I do not, nor have I ever claimed, okay? I have more videos on YouTube than any other scholar. I speak around the world more than any other scholar. Show me where I've ever said I was a descendant. I've only claimed one thing, kinsman. How am I kinsman?
So as you can see, Dr. Umar was caught up in a whole lie, and he really didn't know how to defend himself. Again, Dr. Umar to me is not a doctor, number one, because again, it's been debunked numerous times that he does not have any type of degree from the schools that he claimed to go to. They don't have any record on file that he went to these schools, but yet he still claims to be a doctor. Dr. Umar also claimed that he was going to build a school in Philadelphia, and people gave all these donations to him. I mean, the man was making millions off of donations, but the school was never to be seen. Umar Johnson. I think about a hotep who thinks very highly of himself. There's nothing wrong with thinking highly of yourself, but you don't have to lie. You know, you being a doctor, anthropologist, sociologist, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the guy does say some things that kind of does bring me in. I feel like there's a lot of facts that he does kind of put into his own narrative, but then there's also a lot of lies, you know? I just see Dr. Umar as one of those hoteps who really made it big and got our attention because, again, he prides himself in being this Africanist, or I'm sorry, this Pan-Africanist person who wants the betterment, or, you know, he wants Black Americans, Black people globally to go forward, but yet you're kind of a scammer. I just want young people to know, Generation Z, millennials, I want you guys to know that Dr. Umar to me is a comic. So I don't want anyone running with his ideas without doing legitimate research. And of course, we live in a world where there's a lot of fake news, fake narratives, a bunch of fake stuff because we're very lazy. We don't want to do the work. But again, I don't think Dr. Umar, I keep calling him Dr. Umar when he's not even a doctor. Girl, get it together. Umar Johnson is a man that, again, is for giggles and cackles. To me, I love how his voice is taking over the whole TikTok world now. The kids are like the kids. Everyone on TikTok uses Umar's voice because it's funny. I mean, the stuff he says is just, come on.
Not only are you dating non-African women, you don't even date the cute ones. You get the ugliest ass white women you can find. Nasty as hell looking.
You telling me that's not funny? It's funny. I don't want young people going around thinking that this guy is actually legitimate because, again, his past says otherwise. He has been known for, you know, living in hotels, allegedly, sleeping around with strippers, allegedly, treating women very badly, allegedly. I'm only saying allegedly because, you know, I don't want to get sued by him. I don't want him to my little channel, you know, my little 2 followers trying to, you know, break me down. The guy is great for laughs. And take what he says to you, you know, little by little, at your discretion, because again, I don't really believe some of the things that come out of his mouth. Again, there are some things that he does say that are very knowledgeable, and I'm pretty sure he does a few research here and there. He says a lot of stuff that is very truthful. He says a lot of things that can be like, oh my God, you're making a great point. But for him to lie and say that he has paperwork on his education and knowledge, bruh, just say that you are someone who never really went to school, or maybe you did enter school but you didn't finish and you started doing outside research and that's what gave you all this knowledge. To me, there's nothing wrong with that. I always say I've met smarter people who haven't gone to college than the ones that I didn't get in college. Anyway, fam, that's what I wanted to talk about. Anyway, fam, that's what I wanted to talk about in this video because, again, I'm seeing Dr. Umar all over my Twitter feeds, TikTok, and Instagram, and I think it's just so funny how I used to watch his videos when I was a little younger because I was like, oh, this guy's a don. Yes, keep talking to my ears. I love this. And the older you get and the research that you hear from other people on his background, you're just like, ooh, wait a minute. So you's a liar. Okay. Anyway, fam, like I said, take what you can from him, you know, in little antidotes, and just run with it if you like, and do your own research. Always do your own research when it comes to anything and everything. You know what I mean? You can't always trust everybody. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on my other social media platforms. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Mwah.